What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In our first news story today, we have Khabib. He commented on whether Luke Rockhold was signed to Eagle FC. So if you don't know, Luke just fought his last fight at UFC 278, but when he lost to Paulo Costa, he announced his retirement from the UFC. Many fans are still interested to see if Luke would continue to fight somewhere else. That's when reporters asked Khabib this question on whether he will be willing to sign Luke to Eagle FC. So here's his answer about the matter.
Был какой-то созвон с Хавьером Мендесом, все-таки это ваш тренер общий, и какой-то был от него комментарий?
Да, вчера мы общались как раз с Люком, с Хавьером. Но мы думали, что мы не хотели, что в первом же раунде он зарубался. И Хавьер с Люком общался, и я тоже вот всю неделю с ним переписывался. Ну что делать, тебе когда уже почти 38 лет, и ты соревнуешься, сколько его соперников, 30, 31? Сам он может и чемпионом стать. Я не удивлюсь, если он чемпионом станет. Это он 100% входит в тройку в этом весе в мире. И мы примерно понимали, что бой легкий не будет.
А вот он заявил о завершении карьеры. А не было бы интереснее как раз подписать его выдел, потому что вы подписываете уже ветеранов, у вас есть и Гетто, и Ломбард, и Джуниор Дос Сантос, может быть, и Люку Рокхолду продолжить свои выступления в Лиге ГЛС?
Не думаю. Он был чемпионом в Страйкфорсе, был чемпионом UFC. Что ему здесь доказывать? Я считаю, что ему не нужно драться.
And in our next news story, there has been this viral clip of Strickland telling Hamza Shamaya to take it easy on his sparring partner.
Thumbs up. Understand you're better than everybody. So just don't hurt people.
So to give you some background, Strickland does very hard sparring rounds, right? And he's known as this killer and everything like that. For him to tell Hamza Shamaya to take it easy on a sparring partner left fans a little puzzled. So while speaking to Shmo, Strickland had to explain his reasoning why he had to tell Hamza Shamaya to take it easy during sparring.
So I am you guys, and when I walk into someone's gym, I will try to murder everybody unless somebody tells me not to. Chimaev is like a fucking dog with a bone. He spars, he trains, and there's a fucking target on their back. He was sparring with my buddies, a 55er who moved up to 70, lower level pro. And I was just telling Chimaev, I understand that you like to smash, but if you want to spar him, you got to respect him because he's here to help you. He's not at your level. And Chimaev was all about it. He understood and he had good sparring. But you know what? Like, when it comes to my guys, like, they're not going to be used as punching bags, you know? If you want to come use somebody as a punching bag, go spar Francis. There's plenty of guys for that. And Chimaev, he was solid, he was respectful, and he worked with him, and he had good training with him.
Spoken like a captain over here, Mr. Strickland.
And in our next news story, we have Alexander Volkanovski saying he will be happy to be the #1 backup in the fight of Islam versus Charles Oliviera, just in case someone pulls out of that fight. Since Usman lost to Leon Edwards, Alexander Volkanovski is now the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC. So it's a bit odd seeing that the #1 pound-for-pound UFC fighter will be a backup to another match. Here's what Volkanovski had to say about the matter.
Again, both these guys cut a lot of weight. Both these guys, I guarantee you, train very, very hard. Let's be real. Charles Oliviera just had a problem last time he stepped on the scale. I know that's a bit of controversy around it, but still, you know what I mean? Yeah, so there's definitely a chance of something going wrong. And, mate, I don't care if I'm pound for pound #1. I'm happy to be a backup and come to the rescue, mate. You know what I mean? Ooh, here I come. It's all good, you know what I mean? That's just the type of guy I am. I'm pound for pound. I could be the, a type of guy like most people would in my position. Demanding stuff as, I ain't no backup fighter. I should get that next shot. I'm just not like that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're fighting. I want that lightweight title. And, I'm the type of guy that, I'll do what I have to do to make sure I'm next in line. Do I need to do that? Can I talk to you and go, hey, make sure I'm next, in combat? Yeah, probably. But do you know how I can set that in concrete? Maybe by going over there being a backup, you know what I mean? Doing that, I've always been a bit of a company man, but I mean, it's not just for that. It's just the type of guy I am. It's like, I don't want to be an option with someone else. I was like, nah, fuck you. I'm the only option. I'm going to go do this. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So, that's how I look at it. That's just the type of guy I am. So, and, I did that back when, Frankie Edgar fought Max Holloway again. I just didn't want no one else to take that shot. Frankie Edgar sort of took that shot from me in a sense. I was in hospital when I got the news about that. So I'm like, I ain't letting that shit happen to me again.
And in our next news story, Sean Strickland during an interview talked about the matchup between Nate Diaz and Hamza Shamaya. He talked about whether if Hamza Shamaya even needs to train for Nate Diaz. Here's the clip.
That's fair play. Is Khamzat going to be coming back here next week getting ready for Nate Diaz? It's the next UFC pay-per-view over here at T-Mobile, September 10th.
I don't know, man. Do you have to get ready for Nate Diaz? And then the UFC just say, hey, Khamzat, we love you. Come fucking beat up this old man. When's the last time you won a fight? But either way, so I don't even think Khamzat really has to get ready for it. He's probably just going to roll in, not even training, coming off the couch and just go and, destroy him.
And in the next news story, Darren Till talked about when he's planning to fight next. He said that he's going to need a few months and will fight sometime in 2023. Darren Till has pulled out his last fight with Jack Hermanson citing an injury. While speaking to ESPN, Darren Till explained his reasoning and when he plans to fight next.
So we're a few weeks in to getting back. Khamzat's fully in camp now for his fight with Nate Diaz. So I'm like in camp helping him, but I'm in camp for myself to come back. And as I said to you previously, that I'm coming back. The body's never 100%, but I'm coming back what I used to be, like healthy and fit and ready to get a world title, get some wins in. Massive fight against one of the best strikers in the division. So this is all just about getting back now. So we just finished training, 2.5 hours grappling. Tonight we got some physical strength and conditioning. The body feels okay. Obviously I have to be smart, just like train, recover, make sure I'm getting the right nutrients and stuff like that. So I'll keep you updated each week, each Monday. And I'd say in a few months' time I'll be ready to be. I want to have 2 fights by the end of this year. Just bam, 2 fights, and then next year's a big year. The comeback is on.
And in our next news story, we have Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury and Khabib Nurmagomedov are good friends. I see them like each other's posts, talk about each other. Khabib called Tyson Fury the greatest heavyweight of all time. I think he also said he's the greatest current pound for pound fighter in the world today. So it was a little shocking to see Tyson Fury say this about Khabib.
Let me tell you another thing. Me giving him a fight is me giving him an opportunity in becoming a legend.
Agreed.
Like McGregor did with Khabib. Nobody knew the fuck Khabib was until he fought McGregor.
Language, Tyson. Language.
Sorry about the language. Nobody knew who these guys were until they fight the legend in the game. So I don't mind chucking him a bone, this middleweight, but I'm not going to chuck him the full dog's home. No way.
Fine.
So what are your thoughts? Do you think this is a slight on Khabib, or do you think that Tyson Fury was just making an analogy? Let me know in the comments down below.